Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. I can't believe it's day 10. So, I am going to start by finishing this little bit. And that little bit, even though this model is only half painted. Might as well do it all at once, right? Julian just asked if I needed more models. Yep. Let's see. Alright. That can just sit back there. Because I'll probably want to do a second coat of that after it's dried. But for now, I have Memorians and Reclusians to paint. All right. So I may as well start with the glorious gold. Since trying to paint inside of all of this will be harder than painting the outside. Hey, there's mail. Sweet. There's a lot of mail. Oh yeah. These are the guys that I was worried about the cloaks, right? Alright. Alright. Yeah. I will not be able to paint inside of here or in here without doing that. So I don't like doing this, but when the alternative is not getting paint in the spots that I want, come on. Come on. And then he has a shield. Yeah. Come on. Trying to be careful. And just disassembling the whole model on this one. Fun. Since they're primed, I can kind of see where everything will show up. And actually, because of this, I think... No, I'm still going to do the Glorious Gold first. It makes sense. I'm not going to worry about the shield at the moment. But all of the interior gold bits need to get done. But yeah, pulling half of the model apart to paint is not a great thing to do. It feels wrong, but it'll be easier to paint, so... But yeah, these models have a lot of details, and I wanted to be able to get to them. I'm pretty sure this will never get seen. This might, at some level. And there's still all of the interior spots that I can't reach, even with taking them apart this much. So, there is that. Yeah, and I gotta be careful that he doesn't fall apart even further, because there's no peg through him. Yeah. lot of different layers on this on these models. Yeah. He just wants to fall to bits. So there's still a lot of models to paint from this box. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm still excited. I am curious about how long it'll actually take me. I mean, it's day 10 now. Just starting out for the day. And I have 6 models on the table for today. Don't know if I'll get them all done, but it's a good place to start. Hello, Solvix. How's it going? I was just thinking about all of the models that I still have to paint after these guys. And how long it's actually going to take me to get through this whole box. Because this is day 10, and so far I've painted 10 models, and I'm starting on 6 more today. So, knowing that I have a big push coming on Saturday, I'm not too worried about the 40 clan rats, but that still leaves, you know, something like 25 more models after this and that. So I'm just trying to calculate how long it's actually going to take me to get through everything. And the answer is a while. So I'm definitely looking forward to it all, but hitting day 10 is a cool milestone, but it's nowhere near complete. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. I mean, I can only paint at the speed that I'm painting. I'm just thinking, you know, hitting the double-digit milestone of daily painting is still cool, but it's still not done. So, I am wondering if it'll take me more or less than a full month. That's the point that I'm wondering now. Because we're about a week and a half in now, so making space for Battletech seems like that's a thing we're doing, right? I still love thinking about it. I just need to get through all of these models. Alright, so I don't see any of that from the outside, but I'll get it anyway, because I can reach it. This model wants to fall apart because I don't have the cloak on it. It doesn't have the peg going all the way to the front, and it wants to lift off. So, that's funny. Okay. I'm sure there's a certain point where I can put the cloak back on, but I'm not sure where that's going to be. I do think it funny that I'm more interested in Battletech than the Inquisitorial Agents Codex. I think that's a good thing. um, rumors of Blood Angels next, though, so that'll be interesting. I'll need to see how many I'm actually going to want to get from whatever they come out with. Whether or not they get new Sanguinary Guard and Death Company and stuff like that. Or if I'll just keep with what I already have and work on that. I still don't know any of the clans or anything. At some point, when I'm getting closer to being done with this, I will start reading up on more of them. Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was running through the war list builder thing, and if I don't take the... what was it? The Loki? Let's see if it'll let me load. Yeah, so if I don't take my Loki, I would have a 5,000 battle value army with my Mad Dog, Mauler, Raven, and Mercury. So, that's a pretty cool start. So... ooh. That'd probably be a good way to learn how to play. Or make people angry at me because I don't know how to play. But yeah, I was running through the numbers and I saw that I could run 4 out of my 5 at a 5,000 battle value game. So that's pretty cool. Well, let's see. Whoop, that's the wrong button. It puts me at 3024 because of the Raven. But, yeah. But as far as just being able to have some models and have an idea of what I have and what they can do is probably a good idea. So... yeah, 3022 for the Mauler, 3024 for the Raven, I just said. The other two are older. I think the Mercury's from, what, 27 something? So... I mean, I could always try to build a list using them as proxies for an earlier era or more points or whatever. I did see a few models that I like the look of. I don't know if I'll buy the sets or how I'm going to do that in the future, but start by getting the 5 I have painted up. Discord notifications. But yeah, I am really looking forward to learning more about Battletech and grabbing some mechs and the rulebook and stuff like that, and just exploring a side game. Yeah, I saw that there were a bunch of different variations that you can take. I'm going with the primes in most cases. I think it's like the Mauler is a... what is it, a 1.5 or something like that? I think the... what is it? I can just look at the list. So I have the Mad Dog is a Vulture Prime. The Mauler is the 1.5. The Raven is the 1X. The Mercury 99. And then the Loki Prime is how I have it listed on here. So total of 270 tons and 7630 battle value if I have the Loki in there too. So again, it's just as I'm seeing what I have in that list. I could always upgrade the values and stuff like that. Something about the pilot and gun scores can go up. Like, I've been reading a little bit here and there, but I'm still not quite following everything. But I was also looking at the contents of the Alpha Strike box, and I really like the look of a few of the mechs, including the Locust. Don't know how it plays, but I like the look of it. Hey Mustache, how's it going? We're talking Battletech. And let's see. I'm gonna do those in the silver this time. Oh, there we go. I mean, I'll have to buy that box first, but no, 3024 is the newest. Ooh. So yeah, I was looking at the Alpha Strike box, and the Locust was one of the models that I really liked the aesthetics of. I don't know how it is as far as playing, but that's why I was also asking, is that something that I could just buy two of, the Alpha Strike? So, I don't know. Looking at the cost of a combat patrol versus getting into Battletech, I mean, I can buy quite a few things for the same price. Well, I'm just saying, the Alpha Strike box, it's a pretty good price, and there's plenty of mechs. So I was wondering if it made sense to purchase two of that box. Like, I'm just looking at different mechs and what boxes have them and things like that. And, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I know I need to focus on projects and maybe go a little bit slower than jump all in at once, but you know, there is a fun bit there when you go, okay, I like the look of those 6 or 8 mechs and I want to get those. So alright, I need to take a moment. I'm sorry. I'll be back in a moment or 5. Alright. Sorry about that. That's funny. Well, I'm just thinking that if I got um, the Alpha Strike twice, the 40th edition box, and a like clan box, it's less than the cost of a discounted Battle Force box for 40k. So I'm just looking at the prices, and what would be about 500 points in 40k is what, 20 35 40 max. So but that's why I'm thinking about it like that. It's like, if I can purchase all of those, get two different games worth of rules, and double up on the max, and get whatever box that I like to go along with it, that's a lot of models and options and gameplay. So that's where I'm like, if I can keep under $200 US and have two different game systems, bunch of Macs, I mean, yeah. That's why I'm thinking, like, if I spent $200 on BattleTech, I could get a lot of different things. And I don't think there's a better priced way of getting a ton of mechs than the Alpha Strike. At least what I've seen. Yeah. So I think that would be really fun and give me options. I can double up on most of the things that I would want to run. Okay, Julian, we'll have to talk because I have some ideas on that. So, because I want to show you off what I'm thinking, and I think that would be a very fun couple of streams to paint up, and a couple of videos, and it will give me plenty to even have games where I let other people play with the other models that I'm not using. So it's a variety and can have other people play. So for the cost of a battle force. So that's why I'm thinking so hard about it. It's like, for the price and getting two full game systems and all the options, that's a lot of potential. But yeah, that's I'm thinking that would be a really fun thing to do. And I don't know if there's a ton of content, but I'm okay with going and I have so many different games already. I'm only thinking hard enough that I can still paint while thinking. But having another game system to play when I'm not feeling the 40k or Sigmar as much, I mean, I think that would be really fun. So, yeah. And see, I think that would be cool. Oh. So, I haven't checked too much about Discord. Is there a random number generator on there? Because that's a interesting question, right? uh Sorry about that. I thought it was going to get really loud all of a sudden. But yeah, I could see a Discord-based game going on. I still do think about the D&D campaign after this is done. Like I said, I'm 10 days in, and I'm curious if I'll be able to finish this in a month total. Because that would be cool if I could get a launch box done in a month, when I've never done one before, even in 12 years. So, and it would mean I could get to the Battletech faster. So, yeah, Julian was talking about a D&D campaign for a while there, so it's possible that we might do a Discord D&D stuff. Okay, well, again, I don't know about. I haven't looked into the Morkborg. Um, I played. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of different things. So, this is the current primary thing: is get through the full uh, Skaventide. That's easy, but all the other RPG stuff and systems and what I work on next, that's all somewhat up in the air. Like, I do want to do a video or two about my Starship Troopers. Um, I want to get my Malifaux forces finally painted up so I can play. Um, but but yeah, I'm extremely excited about future potential stuff as well as getting this thing done. So and again, I do like the idea of a Serenity RPG. That would be my first go-to, because who doesn't want to be a brown coat? But we can talk about it and see what it would actually entail to schedule for everyone. We should know by this time next week about how long I'll have on the Skaventide left. I'm averaging about 2 days per unit. And there's still a lot of units left. But when we're down to like a week left or something like that, I can start looking into the alternative content and having the free time to do another thing. Okay. So yeah, there's plenty of options. Let's see what works best and go from there. And we'll need to see if the scheduling can work, because with whole world coverage, finding the right time is not the easiest of tasks. But maybe we can see what times work best and get the most people covered as possible. Yeah. Okay. I have not played Call. I have played, what was it? Changeling Lost. I didn't get behind that. It was kind of a weird system, but Call might be interesting. Oh, did I finally finish the gold? So, the problem I had with Changeling was trying to figure out how to actually make the burrow, or whatever, the safe haven type thing. Like, the leveling system didn't really make sense to me It was like, yeah, okay, I could put, what, 80 points into making something that was big enough for 2 people? Or something like that. It was really weird. Okay. So I did the gold. I think I'm going to do... Well, I don't know how talented I am, but I can try. Because of all of the hard-to-reach places, I'm actually going to do the cloaks next. And instead of going with the green on everyone else, I'm going to go with the royal purple. Focus on the paint? There we go. Thanks. So I'm going to do this purple so that I can actually push these guys back together. Because I want to paint them as a finished, as a full model. But I'm also not going to try to reach in to paint all of this cloak. Actually, I can do this part as purple and the green on the inside still. Yeah. Oh no, this... Okay. So this is the interior side of the cloak that goes on him. So anything that doesn't have primer is stuff that you can't actually see. So I'm not that worried once it goes back in if there's not primer on that part. It's just a matter of getting it in here so it's a better shadow color. So yeah, there's a little bit on each of these that is not primed, and I'm not worried about it. I'm also just going to paint the inside of the cloak at the moment, and then see where I need to hit on the main model to match it up before I do the back. I mean, it also depends on what kit you have. Like, some models are much easier to follow than others. Like, there's no point in even following the Stompa instructions. You just go online to see those. Okay, I'm curious. Alright. Okay, so when you said give you a minute, it's gonna be a minute. Okay. Okay, so the Hellbrute came out in let's see, the new Hellbrute came out, what, a decade ago? So, oh, the Defiler? Yeah, that's an old model. That is an old model. Thanks for stopping in, Solvix. I will be doing another one at the later time, too, so... Yeah, those are some interesting instructions. But that model has been around for a long while. No, today I'm doing 2 smaller streams. Probably about 3 hours each. The all-day thing is going to be on Saturday. And I'm going to attempt to paint all of the clan rats in a few different sessions. I'm going to take breaks to, fuel and stuff like that. Stretch. But today I'm just doing the 2. Still going to be 6 hours of streaming. Yeah. Hey, it means I also get 6 hours of work done on my models. But I do know that much more than 3 hours is when I need to, I start shaking a little bit. I need to eat. I need to, stretch, relax my eyes, So 3-hour sessions is the best. And on Saturday, I'll be taking 1-hour breaks between each 3-hour session. So I'll have either 3 or 4 sessions. 4 is going to be pushing it, though. That's... I mean... That would be starting at midnight for me. So... I could probably do it. We'll see how far I get my clan rats. Ooh. 2003? That's wild. Alright. So this is the outer cloak. Okay, yeah. I can do the robe, the emerald, and the cloak purple. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. No, it's a matter of to give it more depth when you're painting it, is what he's saying. Yeah. I am getting this paint all over the place right now. I should be focusing on what I'm doing. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I need to do. Yeah. I mean, we're hanging out. We had a conversation going about that. It could have felt rude if it wasn't part of that conversation and just joking. Like, out of context, you might have been considered rude, but it was part of the conversation. A lot of purple on this guy. I was just thinking, for this, I'm probably going to need to do the wash before I put it on. I don't know. I don't like that idea. I'll just try to get it as best I can once it's put together again. Yeah, these guys are going to take a while to paint up. There's so much detail. I mean, it's been over an hour, and I've got 1.5 colors on these guys. Okay. Oh, the purple. Well, not all of the purple I need to do, just all the purple on the cloaks. And I'll probably need a second coat. But, for the moment, I am going to step away again. Things keep, calling me out of the stream, but I will be right back again. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm pretty sure you didn't change out my purple water for purple water. And my medals now have a piece of duct tape on it, so I don't keep making mistakes. And then having to change my water again. Okay. And yeah, that's still tea. It still has a tea bag in it. Alright. This brush and emerald. Alright. I've been trying to just get the inner layers where it's going to be harder to get once I've put them back together. So almost every one of these colors I'm going to have to use again at some point. I figured this would need a 2-part stream, maybe even a 3-part, because of how many folds and layers these guys have. Yep. And depending on where and when you're playing, legends are always a thing as well. Not for tournament play, but for pretty much everything else. There is a badger in Battletech. Huh? Okay, Hellbrute is perfectly fine. I'm saying that, like, the Heresy era, if you wanted to bring a Spartan tank, or any of the other things that Chaos has, that there is a larger thing that you can bring in a regular game versus something that's in tournament. So some items, I think everything you have is fine right now, but there are other models that if you wanted to have them, they are legends instead of I don't. Anyway, yeah. You don't have to worry about those. I'm saying that there are models that exist that are like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, not particularly those models. Yeah. Yeah, most of the stuff that changed this edition were the, like, greater brass scorpions and stuff from Forge World. They're a cool model, but they're no longer tournament legal. Man, these guys are a lot of different layers. Yeah. I mean, I will never say no to a cool model being played. But I also don't do the tournaments where that can become a problem. Alright, is that the emerald? That's the emerald, right? Okay. I mean, like I said, I'll probably have to go through and do them a second time anyway, but... Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Julian already has a fairly large amount of unbuilt World Eaters, and that's just more in that collection. So, I am curious what the actual force looks like all together. Yeah, earlier, last week, he was talking about how he had 400 points of his 2,000 points built. So, he was trying to talk me into building them while I was building the Skaventide. Does does World Eaters even have 13,000 points of playable? I don't think so. Yeah, playing under a time limit can be a bit hard, and I enjoy just having fun. Um, but I get distracted by conversations and just chatting about cool projects and stuff like that. And a tournament, you need to be hyper focused and right on there and know what you need to roll as soon as you need to roll it. And you have to make sure you don't forget that your army has a feel no pain if it has one. Um, lots of first coats on these. Ooh. That sounds like a fun list. Ooh. Yeah, see? That peg doesn't hold them in. It's all sorts of different random pieces. I hope you get them too. There can be excitement waiting, but it's more fun to actually be getting to do something with them. I think you are better off just asking if they can make everything that you're looking for at once. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm still not sure how I'm going to be doing the basing for the videos and everything. I don't know if I'll be able to roll out the materials here or if I'll have to do it some other way. But since I still only have 10 painted, I've still got a ways to go. Yeah. Yeah, shopping list makes sense because you are looking for certain things, and if they have the capability of prioritizing for that, that's great. Man, these guys are taking a while. Well, so one of the people at the shop does the Heresy era paint scheme for World Eaters. You could always paint them in the reverse color scheme. Do red where the gold would normally be, and do gold where red's usually. That could be cool. Changing the colors off by a little bit could be cool. Using a different trim color. A certain level of blood for the blood god could be cool, but don't go overboard. I mean, why wouldn't it? If you feel like going with the reverse color, go for it. I mean, it's your army. If you like the look of them, go for it. Honestly, after 3 hours, I'm hoping I can just have these guys put back together and continue painting. Because it's taking forever to do all of these cloaks and robes and inner portions. It'll stand out, but still... Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. They'll stand out. It's something special, but they'll still match the color scheme and fit well in the army. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I really do like how layering up paints can create such a vibrant color. Gonna do a second coat of the emerald. And then maybe I'll try to do the red copper. These models have so much detail to them. Oh, I'm not saying they don't look good. I'm just saying that there's so much detail. Like, clothing is easier to have different colors when you can actually paint them each separately. But the different layers and overlaps and everything, it definitely makes it harder. And I'm just trying to block out colors, and I'm getting this much issue. I'm just thinking, like, if I was trying to paint these to, like, competitive layer, there's no way. There is no way if you made sure all of the mold lines were hidden and smoothed, and you couldn't build, you couldn't paint it in sub-assemblies. It's just, yeah, that would be a pain. I guess you would choose a different color palette so that you don't have such a variety going on. I don't know. I suppose you'd also plan to take, at least 10 times as long as I am for painting these guys. I don't think that's slow. I think that part of why I'm painting so fast is because I know after the weekend I'm gonna have less time to paint, so I'm trying to get more painting sessions in over the course of the next week. Yeah. Dry time is a thing. That's why I try to do more batch painting. Like, this emerald was just barely dry enough for me to put a second coat on. And why I should probably, after I do this emerald, go back and do the second coat of malignant green on the the engineer. Okay. What's going on? Yep. I don't feel bad about responding to the Discord when more than half of the people in here right now are on there instead of chatting. Alright. Let's see. Alright, second coat of Malignant Green. Alright. Welcome back, Jillian. I took a moment to answer Discord. I'm gonna try to get the red copper on these three guys. I might be able to get it all done before 3 hours. Plan on having homemade pizza today, so once the stream is over, I'm going to be going and cooking. And that's why I'm looking forward to taking that 2-hour break between streams. Yeah. But yeah, if I can get these guys to a point where I can repin them together so that they're single models again, then I think I can get them done in the second half for today. I hope I can, at least, because 6 hours for 3 models is quite a bit. But they are quite detailed. I'm also looking forward to having these guys done because I think when they're done, I will update the thumbnail photo again. I've been trying to do that every few days when there's some change. So when I went from the full box to an empty field, and then I went from everything built, I can now have some painted models so that it can show the progress a little bit better. So anything to keep the motivation up. And I think the music stopped. So in a moment I'll put it back on. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be something I could do a new thumbnail every single day, but in the, small batches and stuff, I think that's good. If I do one today, I can then do another one after the Saturday Rat Day, I think. That'll have a very large change. Welcome back again. I don't have a whole bunch of GW colors that I've used, but I love Mephiston Red. It might be too bright? I don't know. But I like it. It's a very nice red. I'm gonna be going for another 40 minutes. And then I gotta go make my pizza. And then I'll be back again in 2 hours, 40 minutes. Yep. And we can't make Donatello upset. We shall see. We shall see. It's like I need to paint up my first 5 first, so... And they will all be painted the same scheme. I have 3 colors in mind, and they're gonna have those 3 colors. And a wash. Maybe more, but those are the things that I'm thinking about right now, and one of them I'm still gonna have to strip down to bare metal first, so... And I'll have to build them. Because they're still in pieces. They definitely won't take as long to paint up as these guys. They have nowhere near as many details. They have smaller details that I could paint up, but they're nothing like this. Okay, what else do I have? His back. Okay. Whew. Okay. That took longer than I was expecting for one. For the red copper. I shouldn't be surprised with this much detail, but I suppose if you're only using one metallic and a couple of washes and another, like, one color for detail to pick out, these guys would go together so much faster. But no, I need to have 3 metallics and 3 clothing colors. Right? But again, I want it to be more than the basic minimum requirements. I want to have it look good. I want to be happy with them. So, more effort. Honestly, with my dice rolls, I kind of need that +1. There was a point on Saturday when I needed 3s to wound, and I rolled 3 2s out of 3 dice. I like that. Stubbornness. I had one opponent once tell me that I should roll all dice as if it was the exact opposite. We didn't do it, but it was funny to suggest. Yeah. Alright, gotta take this. Hello again. Yep. Yep, about 20-25 minutes. And then I'm gonna take a 2-hour break to make pizza. And you never ignore a phone call from Mom. But yeah, these models, they take so much time because of the robe and the cloak and the... Yeah. Just so many details. So, I hope you're doing good, Stormcast. I would much rather paint some of the side projects that I have like that, rather than something that I have a full army scheme going for. Like, I have a couple of kill teams that are just kill teams and not part of a full army. That would probably be a better thing to paint up. Or maybe a couple of the specialty characters in, say, what is it? If I ever get around to opening my Cursed City box, I could see painting the heroes of that as something like the Scooby Gang. But as far as painting up part of an army, I don't know about that. But yeah, I have Blackstone Fortress and Cursed City still over on the shelf. I haven't done anything with them. I could see maybe painting some of that up with cool color schemes. because they're just cool models and standalone and not part of an army. I have to say, today, I've definitely gotten more paint on me than some of the previous days. It just has to do with the different angles I've had to hold the model. Like, this is the most broken up. Everything else I've had a base to hold on to and stuff like that, so... Okay. All right. One more. One more. Let's do this. And then in 2 hours, I can have them built and do all the colors again wherever I can reach them. And finish them up. Maybe. Maybe finish them up. Attempt to finish them up. I love how at the start of the day I put the Memorians on here as well, thinking, oh yeah, I can get both parts of this unit done. Uh-huh. I mean, the second half of these might take less time. I might get those going, but at this point, I don't know if I feel that way. If I do, that'll be cool, but these guys have so much detail. I mean, I've been trying to put as much detail as possible on now, so I don't have as many things to deal with once they're put together. But that doesn't guarantee anything. I am having a good day. I've got about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna try to get the rest of this red copper done on this guy. And then I'm going to take a 2-hour break and make some homemade pizza. And then I'm gonna come back for another stream in 2 hours, where I can continue working with these guys. So, and then tomorrow, the stream will be in 25 hours. So, next stream 2 hours, stream after that 25 hours. Away, not length of time. Yes. Yes, the one tonight, 7 p.m., and tomorrow, 6 p.m. You're not the first person to try to talk me into a 24-hour stream. It's not happening. I am not as young as I once was. I really enjoy my sleep. Yep. I mean, you see how I feel after 3 to 4 hours. I usually start having to reconsider the words before I actually say them. And my body starts shaking a little bit. And yeah, that's not something I want to do. Destroying the meat machine does not sound like a good idea. No, even trying to stay up for 18 hours without trying to keep track of painting and all that stuff is rough for me nowadays. I do it every now and then, but... Doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, this stream I've had to get up a couple of times for other reasons already, but you know, it's just, yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's I do still have a little bit of tea. It was still early in the day for tea, but too late for coffee. Um, but yeah, I'll be able to get these to dry and push them together before well, at the beginning of the stream in 2 hours, and then we can go from there. So instead of having this guy in 4 pieces, I'll have it in 1. Which will be a nice change. Whew. But yeah, I haven't even done any of the silver or the pale sand. There's still some purple and emerald that I haven't done on the like swords right here. Little daggers, whatever. I'm sure some of it'll need a second coat of this red copper. I still have the trim work around this stuff. And that's emerald. So, yeah. Those are two totally different thoughts. Okay. Oh, and then we have the shields. We still haven't done any of the shield stuff. But I am looking forward to having at least this much done. Alright. Well, we're 3 hours closer to being done with these models. And still a bunch to go. So, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go have some dinner. And I'll see you back in about 2 hours, if you can make it. And until then, I hope you find your bit of bliss.